Let's look at the translation work. Any questions here? Let's read number 8 in unison, shall we? Ready? Kai, pas, ha, echon, tain, el, pida, tautain, ep, auto, hagnidze, healton, kathos, ekenos, hagnos, estin. All right, good. First things first. Let's talk about the pas here. So we have and pas ha echon. What's pas mean? All or each or every. Good. Now we have to combine it with ha echon because pas is an adjective, right? So and every. Does he tells you how to translate ha echon? Yeah, every one who has. Tain el pida. Okay, so just looking at that, it's the hope. Tautain. That's this, isn't it? That's the near demonstrative. Does it agree with tain el pida in case gender number? It does. Is it in the predicate position too? Yes, this is what I expect for a demonstrative adjective, right? And it's near or far? Near. So everyone who has this hope, epauto, in him, hagnidze, purifies. Now here's one of our new words, healton. What type of pronoun is this? It's reflexive, and that means that the subject of that verb is co-referring, co-referential, refers to the same thing as the pronoun. Is that the case? The one here who has the hope, that person purifies that person, right? That is to say, he purifies himself. Okay? What case is healton? See that new there? Yep, that's accusative, singular, and masculine. Why is it accusative? That's right. So it's direct object. Why is it singular and masculine? Yes, it's referring back to ha echon. Okay, so here's the important thing, and this is why I'm asking. Pronouns, words that are pronouns have case, gender, and number. The case is determined by what? Its function. Here it's direct object function. That's why it's accusative. Its gender and number is determined by its antecedent, which is ha echon. Ha echon is nominative case, isn't it? So this is a clear example of the fact that what this pronoun refers to, at least its case, is not going to dictate its case over here, right? It's its function dictates its case. Its gender and number, though, is dictated by its antecedent. All right? You haven't. That's a verb that's coming. But it means to have or to hold. Okay, so he purifies himself. Kathos, even as, just as. Ekenos hagnos estin. That's a new demonstrative word, isn't it? Near or far? Far. Good. What case is it? It's nominative. Good. We can see that in the form. And one more question. Is it the adjective or pronoun use of the demonstrative? Okay. It is a pronoun use. there is no noun that accompanies a kenos that it agrees with in case, gender, or number. Hagnos, based on this translation, is that a noun or an adjective? It is an adjective. What kind of adjective is this? It's a predicate adjective. I have a copula to be, esten, right? And it's what a kenos is. So this is functioning as a pronoun and as the subject, right? Now, who does this refer to? Does it refer to the ha ekon over here? Everyone who has this hope in himself purifies himself just as a kenos is pure. Is a kenos referring to the one who has the hope? Yes, I think it's who the hope is in. Okay? So we're referring to God here, right? So notice, remember how I told you, in your translations, this is probably going to be translated as he, just as he is pure. But there's a reason, I think, for the far demonstrative to be used. It's pushing you back further out of the immediate context to God. All right? Let's take a look at number 1 here real quickly, and we'll just focus on the pronominal usage. We have Elaban, which he tells you is I received. And then what case are these forms here? Tau, tain, and tolain. This is accusative. What gender? Feminine. Excellent. And what number? Singular. Okay? All of these are that. So, do I have a demonstrative word over here? Yes, there's tautain, right? Is it in the predicate position? Yes, it is, which is what I expect. And it agrees with this noun in case, gender, or number. So is it the pronoun or adjective use of the demonstrative? Exactly, it's the adjective use. Good. So it's this something, whatever that something is, right? It's not just I received this, but it's I received this noun. What is the noun here, entolain? Commandment. Very good. So I received this commandment. All right? Good. So everybody clear on that? All is groovy? All right. Look at number 2. I have how te estin he megale kai prote entele. There's that word again. What's that mean? Entele? Commandment. All right, good. Take a look at he megale kai prote entele. What case are all these forms besides the kai? They are nominative. Gender? Feminine. Number? Singular. Very good. They all are that gender, case, gender, number y. Which one of these words dictates that all the other ones be in that case, gender, number? No, that's not what I'm asking. When you look at these words together, one of them is the grammatically most important word that forces all the other ones to conform to it. Nope. Not hey. No, not kai. Okay, you have, with each guess a 20% chance of being right, don't you? I know it. It's the word entele. Okay. The noun is the thing that determines whether or what case, gender, number the article and the attributive adjective must be, right? Yes, the noun is king here. Or, linguistically speaking, we would say that the noun is the head of the phrase, okay? It's a noun phrase. The head of the phrase is a noun. And everything else has to bend to its will, as it were. In other words, I can't start with the article hey as a feminine article and then willy-nilly be stuck with saying, well, now I guess I have to pick some feminine noun to talk about, right? Rather, I start with the concept of the noun a commandment, and then when I want to say the commandment, it has to be the right article that matches the commandment, and the adjectives as well. Okay, so always keep that in mind. All the modifiers are subservient. They serve the head. Okay, and they have to do whatever the head is doing. So, megale, what does that mean? Well, yeah, sort of. Yeah. So all by itself, without any context, megale could also just be translated as great, right? Yeah. But with that article there, it's the great and first, which indicates that it's superior. It's at the top, right? So yeah. So I mean, most of our translations will say greatest as well. And then this has to be fit into the context of the larger sentence, right? This is all nominative. So I've got a copula here. So there's two possibilities for how this is functioning, right? It's either the subject or it's the predicate nominative. Yes? So which one of these is the subject? Oh, well, actually, let's figure out what haute is, first of all. What kind of a word is haute? Well, let me back up. Is this the third person pronoun, he, she, it, or is this the demonstrative? Okay, good. So it's the demonstrative. What gender is it? Feminine. Number? Singular. And case? Nominative. Okay, good. So what's it mean? This. Good. So which one of these is the subject? Okay. It was entele. So the great or greatest and first commandment is this. Or is it this is the great and first commandment? That one. Oh, wait, I gave you two options. Okay. So should we vote? You willing to take a bullet to the head for your answer? No? All right. It is a bad bet. A lot of times it is clear what's the subject and what's the predicate. And sometimes it's not. Usually you want to go based on definiteness. The thing that is definite is the subject, and the thing that's indefinite is the predicate. The princess is a woman. All right? The apostles are men. The thing that has the article is usually the subject. Thing that's anarthrous, predicate. What's my problem here? Pronouns don't have articles, but pronouns are referential. And they have antecedents usually, which means you already know what they refer to, so they are definite entities in some sense. And over here, hey is articular as well, or it's an article, entele. So both of these are definite. So I can't really go based on definiteness at this point. Wallace has this pecking order that he tries to walk you through about how to tell the difference between the subject and the predicate nominative. I really think that the first and greatest commandment when it comes to figuring out which one's the subject is this. Which one of these things is the given information, and which one of them is the newly informative assertion about the given information? And for this, you have to know the context. You have to know what came right before, what is discourse active and highly accessible in the mind of the listener and the reader, and what is the thing that you don't know about that topic that using a copular construction makes as an informative statement. All right? So let's take a look here at the context real quickly. So the context here is Matthew 22:38. Let's look at 36 real quickly. Didaskale, somebody says. What case is that? Vocative. Teacher. Poia entele megale ento namo. All right, so which commandment greatest or great in the law? Hade efe auto. And he said to him, and then here he quotes from the Old Testament, Deuteronomy 6. You shall love the Lord, Tantean, Su, your God, and Hale. By the way, that's the preposition en, but here, what is its sense? Is it inside of? It's with, which means instrumental use, okay? By what means do you accomplish the verbal activity? So with, hale, we know halas, right? The whole or all, okay? With all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. Okay, and then we get to verse 38 here. Haute estin he megale kai prote entele. What's he just been talking about? Deuteronomy 6. What does haute refer to? Deuteronomy 6. Which one of these is the more immediate and discourse active topic then? This. And what is it about this commandment now that he's going to say? This commandment that I've just told you has this status. It's the great and the first. Okay? Well, you know it's a quote because it's in italics. That's the way the original writers would have done it. No, I'm just teasing. No, it does come from the Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible, right? I mean, he's definitely going back to Deuteronomy. All right, and then here he's citing text in Leviticus. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. By the way, these people that would want to say that Jesus' ethic is loftier and grander and better than the Old Testament, I mean, the reality is Jesus roots his teaching in the Old Testament scriptures, right? And when he talks about the two greatest commandments, he's citing Old Testament scripture. So Jesus' ethic is, it's present there in the Old Testament, isn't it? All right. So, which one are we going to say the subject is? This. And then this is the predicate nominative, right? This, Deuteronomy 6, is the great and first commandment. All right? For number 3, let me go ahead and I'll highlight tauta here. There's our demonstrative word. Is that a demonstrative adjective or pronoun? Okay. Functioning as a pronoun. How do you know that? That's right. There's nothing that it's with that it agrees with in case, gender, number. All right? Take a look at the form. What gender is tauta? Neuter. Good. And what number is it? Plural. Good. And what case do you think this might be? Got that alpha there? Okay, so nominative or accusative, plural neuter. Look at oidate. He tells you this is you know. So the subject is you. So could this be the subject? No. That makes it likely that this is accusative case, right? If you know, direct object. If you know what? If you know, how do we translate this demonstrative? Is that near or far? That's right. So if you know these plural things, so should I just leave it as if you know these? Yeah, probably want to put things in parentheses. Otherwise, in English, we will assume that this is a person, right, or a set of persons. right? When you leave off, so we might want to say things. If you know these things, then blessed are you if you do them, right? But again, that's a pronoun use of the demonstrative. And number 4, we have this as a demonstrative word, akanes. And what is that, the near or the far? Okay, good. So that's far. And does it accompany a noun? Agree with any case, gender, number? Poleos is genitive, isn't it? Tes is genitive. Akanes, that's genitive. Is it feminine? Singular? So are these, right? So this is what? The adjective or the pronoun use? It's the adjective use. Good. So which city? You said far. That city. So tes poleos akanes, that city. So why is it genitive case? Because of ek, right? Remember, my sneaky little postpositive conjunction has gone second, but ek really belongs with its object, doesn't it? So now from that city, poloi pistusan, many believed. I don't think I have any other demonstratives here. Number 5, diatuta. What's dia mean? There's a couple possibilities. Okay, good. I can take genitive or accusative. Which one is tuta? Okay, yes. So literally, diatuta is on account of this neuter thing, right? Is that neuter? Yep. And it's accusative or nominative, but because it's the object of the preposition, it can't be nominative, can it? It's got to be the accusative option. On account of this. Now, how does he tell you to translate this? Yeah, for this reason. Or sometimes you'll see this rendered as therefore, okay? But the idea here is, like, you can get that from reading dia plus tuta, on account of this. On account of what? Usually what I just said, okay? I said this, and on account of this, meaning therefore, for this reason, this is the case. So on account of this. Is that a adjective or pronoun use of the demonstrative? That's a pronoun, okay? Because I don't have any like case, gender, number, noun that this accompanies. All right. Any questions about the rest of this? All right. Let's take a look real quickly at 6, and I think we'll wrap up with this one. This comes from the Gospel of John, okay? And again, you remember how I told you that, Mounce will say that these demonstratives have a weakened sense such that our translations will translate them as pronouns. But I want you to notice here that he chooses to use hutas and akanos for a reason. Even if our translations merely translate these as pronouns, there's still something that the use of them helps us with, okay? So he's going to cut out stuff that might obscure that. But here we are talking about John, right? This is John the Baptist. So hutas elthen. How might you hear that translated in the English text? He came. Okay? But it is the demonstrative that's what? Near or far? Near. So it's a demonstrative pronoun. You could translate that as this one came, right? This one came. Why? Hina marturese. That he might bear witness. Peri tu photos. What's peri mean with this genitive noun? Concerning or about. Tu photos, the light. Hina, another purpose clause, in order that pontus pistusosin, that all might believe, di autu, through him. So notice we had dia a little while ago with the accusative, men on account of. Here it's with the genitive, through. Uk ein akenos taphos. Okay, so that one, that's the far demonstrative. That one was not taphos, the light. This is my subject. This is my predicate nominative. Who does akenos refer to? Okay, good. The referent of akenos is John. Let's go back over here. Who was the referent of hutos? It's John. Okay, so John, are you a hutos or are you akenos? Well, he's both here, right? Why might John, the gospel writer, have chosen to refer to John the Baptist as akenos over here? That's right. Because, and again, he's omitted material that might be important here, but you at least have enough to know that somebody is the light, and it's not John, right? Yeah, this is referring to Jesus, okay? So that one, meaning the one who's not the light, John, that one is not the light, but in order that he might testify concerning the light, okay? So even if in our English renderings we go with he came, he was not the light, the Greek writer is trying to help you process this by using these demonstratives. All right? Okay.